Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. So today we're taking a look into new love that's coming towards you. We're actually moving out of the post-shadow period after Venus retrograde. So after a planet starts moving direct, then it has to move back through the space that it just went retrograde in. So it's the third time total that it moves through that particular space, and they call that the post shadow. So we're finally clear and free out of this energy that we've went through, went back through, went through again. It's been a lot. It's been like the majority of our summer. So seeing what is coming ahead. It's like the clouds finally clearing. Pile 1, using the Tarot of Light, and then pile 2, using the Carlotydes Tarot. So hopefully that was enough time to make a choice. If not, you can pause it. I always say just go with the very first thing that catches your eye, and the timestamps will be in the description box. But starting with pile 1, looking into new love. Could be coming towards you, and then we'll use the 8th house tarot to get some zodiac signs. So right away already the King of Wands like already popped out for you here. So the first thing I noticed was this flame here. It looked like a hand, like going into this person's heart. So it's like once you meet this person and you see more to them, you're going to feel this connectedness to them, or have a strong compassion for them, or because that you see that they have a strong compassion for you, it causes you to trust them in a way that you normally don't. So it's like you want to reach out and connect with them emotionally, or you want to like touch their heart because you see something very grounded and stable in them. It's like you see them as very vulnerable and you want to protect them, or they see you as very vulnerable and they want to protect you, and then you feel the same way. It's like a mutual exchange. With all of these hands, it's like they speak the same language as you, or they know how to connect to your love language. Or they have a lot of different ways that they reach out to you that will end up like drawing you into them. It's like you want to have a new start with someone that you think is going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment and a lot of happiness. It's like finally choosing to let go of the past and allow yourself to like glow up or come back stronger, take a leap, take a chance in love. You could have been being guided towards this new opportunity, or you can almost like feel like you're being guided towards something, but you can't see what's going to be on the other side yet. It's like you have this intuitive feeling that you're about to go through like you could have recently went through some sort of awakening, and so you have this intuitive feeling that you're about to go through some sort of massive or major change or transformation. So it's like you don't know what's on the other side, but you're choosing to take a leap or like allow yourself to be guided by spirit towards something or away from someone else who was a little bit more immature. If, someone who was kind of like possessive, maybe kind of controlling. They didn't have the best intentions for you. It's like they maybe took advantage of you at points, but then they wanted you to like stay really committed to them and stable to them, like through their BS. They wanted you to, at one point, it's like you believed that it was a good opportunity, but then you got super, super caught up. Or you could have been like misled, and so you were trapped into the situation. So now it's like hard for you to like trust others. This person wanted you to continue to like stay loyal or committed to them, even if they were like going behind your back and connecting with others, or like acting really immaturely and possessive, or like someone who was the type of person who's like wanting to like fight others in order to assert their dominance or something, like very protective. Will like, yeah, like, okay, if they feel threatened in the relationship, they'll like try to fight the other person that they feel like is threatening the relationship, but then they go behind your back and pursue like their own passions in like a deceitful way, but then they get very territorial and aggressive or possessive against anyone that they feel like is a threat or is going to come in and connect with you. So it's like finally freeing yourself from this, finally like allowing yourself to emerge out of this like stronger. It's like making some sort of a comeback for you by like taking your power away, no longer giving your power away to some other situation or some other person who is very like possessive and controlling over you, or wanted to have some sort of power over you, or wanted you to always like put them on a pedestal no matter what they put you through. Someone who like never wants to be questioned, even whenever they're like going behind your back to do like very misleading things. It's like they want you to just like forgive them over and over and over again, or continue to see them in a positive light, or see it as a positive opportunity, even though you felt like trapped or stuck, misled. So you could feel, just because you went through so much and it's been like almost painful to remove yourself or to exit some sort of cycle from your past, it feels like a huge risk to take like a leap of faith in love again. But it's like you're going to come out of this stronger, like being willing to take some sort of risk or some sort of leap. It's like, yeah, you'll reemerge like much stronger. Or you could meet someone who wants to like reach in, and they see this like flame or fire within you, so it's like they want to reach in and connect with you on a deeper way, or like take care of or nurture your heart, or you want to feel that way towards them, or again, there's like the it's like reciprocated energy. We have Leo and Cancer on this card, so it's like you could be very similar yet very different. Um, Kind of like an opposites attract, but then you do have certain similarities as far as like the way you love others, or the way you want to like comfort and nurture others. So it's like you balance each other out really well. So we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. As soon as I saw this, the biggest thing that I was getting from this is you pulling out of whatever like was going on with this other person, or whatever conflict. It's like no longer going head to head with this person from the past. It was more emotionally immature. It's like instead of continuing to allow spirit to help carry you through this and help give you the strength to navigate the situation, or no longer trying to understand where the other person's coming from, no longer trying to reach a common ground. It's like just completely pulling out of the struggle altogether, no longer choosing to participate or give someone from the past any more of your mental energy. It's like, yeah, that's going to be like the best way to turn the tables, is to completely remove your energy from one thing that's no longer serving you, and allow like, yeah, situations from the past that have been very painful and unfair to kind of come to an end, to be finished, to be finalized. So it can allow space for something new to grow, or for you to reach out and connect with someone new emotionally. There could be someone specifically around you that like sees you, sees your heart, sees like your fierce compassion towards others, or is like sees you as someone that is very vulnerable and they really want to protect, like I was picking up on. And so it's like as soon as you pull your energy out of this other situation, and you're no longer even thinking about like what's the best way for me to navigate through this, what's the best way for me to protect myself through this. It's like you just choose to completely cut something off, close something off, completely block any sort of access to you from someone from the past who really had intentions to like keep you, to continue to hold some sort of power over you, or yeah, keep some sort of power over you, no, regardless of their actions. It's like not even giving them so much as a conversation to be like, okay, here's where you were wrong, or I could see through this and this. It's like you don't even need to like go there to try to hold them accountable. It's like the best way is to just completely cut them off, remove your energy from them altogether, not give them like any more power over you or satisfaction that they have control over like the direction that you're going in. So they could have used the tactic of like love bombing to try to make it seem like a really good opportunity, and then once you were in the situation, then they kind of switch up on you and then you spend like, their intention is then you'll spend all this time trying to almost like earn their love to get the relationship back to where it was in the beginning. Like, it's like you'll take all of this on yourself and like blame yourself and constantly try and do all of this work in order to get things back to when you felt like, or you saw it as this really positive opportunity. So you may have kind of went for that for some time, but now it's like you're no longer interested, or at this point you're just trying to figure out the best way to navigate through this while protecting yourself. And it's like spirit is saying there's no way to do that, or there's like no winning here. So the best way to win is to just completely cut something off and have like the courage to, yeah, take that leap of faith to move forward, even if you can't see a solid person on the other side. It's like trusting that spirit has you right now. It feels like the way you have to remove yourself from this and just move forward into the unknown by yourself, it feels kind of like unfair. So you feel like there was no resolve, or you didn't get any justice in the situation. But it's like you have to get to a safer place emotionally, or a more grounded place within yourself and your environment, before you can call in a partner who's also in a safe, grounded, secure, like structured place emotionally within themselves. So then you can come together and start to build a more healthy connection. So it's like having that trust to take that leap, even though it feels kind of unfair, trusting that spirit does have your back, does have you in mind. You are being guided in a certain direction for certain reasons. It's like spirit has more of a bird's eye view of the situation and can see the big picture, or the long run of like where you're going or how things need to happen in order to set you up for the most success, or to be like the happiest, have the most security in the long run. So it's like trust and have faith in the greater kind of plan of like how things have to happen sometimes. So yeah, we already got Cancer and Leo, but we also have the Eight of Fire, Mercury in Sagittarius, Ace of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Eight of Earth, Sun in Virgo. Virgo showing up twice. And Ace of Fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So fire and air. Oh no, there's no air. I don't know why I said that. So yeah, some of you may be air too, but fire and earth. And then also I picked up Cancer, Virgo, and Sagittarius. Specifically, yeah, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Sagittarius. Specifically, some oracle cards for you. Tree wisdom. Embody. Nature can heal when you integrate with the rhythm of the earth. Trees help to remind you to be more like nature intended. Get rooted in a support system, be flexible, branch off in many directions, and embrace the seasons of change. Use the trees as an example of how to live. Winds of change, courage. Allowing change can open up your world in ways you could have never imagined. Dare to live courageously and soar above the clouds to discover new ideas, new people, and new outlooks to see your world in an expanded way. Betrayal revealed. The situation will reveal to you the intention behind it. Whether it's you betraying yourself in some way or another person or situation, you are being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinder the clarity that is needed. It's our bottom of the deck energy. Patience needed. Timing. Be mindful not to rush or push your agenda at this time. Trust in divine timing and less in instant gratification. Having patience allows everything to unfold as it should. The seeds have been planted, now let them grow. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have fundamental needs to take breaks. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from any problems back to love. So we have be creative and be with family are the two oracle cards that are coming through. Be creative and be with family. Spirit's advice. Yeah, the main advice coming through here to help you manifest new love is just completely cutting yourself off from the past, or no longer even, it's like stepping outside the box and saying, okay, I'm no longer even going to associate myself mentally with navigating through what I was just going through. There's some sort of dissociation needed, is what I'm hearing, like be reiterated in my mind. So it's kind of repeating that. We have feminine energy, the bottom, psychic development. So I'll read both of those for you. Darkness, the moon, the tides, the quiet gestation before the chaos, the void. These are all aspects of feminine energy: passive, waiting, gestation, and nurturing. It is the opposite of the prior card, so very different, yet the perfect companion. Perhaps you have yet to find your feminine side. The life you are leading right now has given you opportunities to embrace this part of you, but between the two opposite energies, feminine energy is the harder one to embrace. It requires trust and lack of fear. Trust that all is as it should be in the absence of fear and things not getting done. Perhaps in the past you had been hurt where you were embracing your feminine energy physically or mentally. This was the free will of the person who hurt you. It was not caused by you being who you were. Do not let the actions of another dictate who you need to be. Examine your feminine side and become friends with her again. Alternately, this card represents an important woman in the seeker's life. So yeah, no matter what gender you are, we all have feminine and masculine energies. So having a healthy connection to this and the relationships with the women in our lives can be very healing and important. This makes sense. Be your bottom of the deck energy because we're getting the King of Wands. So right away, I was getting that there could be someone around you who sees you and sees what you've been through and wants to kind of nurture you, protect your heart, take care of you. Or it's like once you meet this person, they'll trigger this part of you again and this side to you again to where you want to have that energy towards them. You may have closed this off, closed this part of you off up until this point due to another person from your past wanting to take advantage of this part of your nature and use it, weaponize it against you in order to keep you committed to them regardless of how they treat you. And so you have went through some really painful things that were very unfair, so it could have caused you to then close off this part of you, this feminine energy. But when you meet someone that embodies this very soft, caring energy, but then also shows up as very grounded and stable and secure, someone that you could lean on emotionally, it could help. One, it like triggers that part of you because you want to like nurture them or take care of them in the same way that they want to take care of you or something like that. But then it's also is healing for you to show you that you can be like more soft and vulnerable while still being grounded and responsible. Just because you're like more soft or vulnerable doesn't make you necessarily weak, or doesn't mean that you're like inadequate or that you're going to inherently struggle more like in life or society or love. It's like actually the opposite. It can be a strength, it can be a tool to help you connect more deeply with the people around you. So, yeah, there's a lot of healing here for you in regards to that, to help you to call in what you're looking for or what you would like in love. Or also kind of like what you need. So I just saw the abundance card underneath, so I'm actually going to read that. 3-2. Abundance takes on many forms: material possessions, friendships, excellent health, emotional stability, unique experiences. When you lock yourself into a narrow view on what defines abundance, you lose out on a whole picture of what it could mean. Open yourself up to as many forms of wealth and abundance as are possible and watch your blessings multiply. Always remember that focusing on what you do not have is a surefire way to feed the energy and make that your truth. Every day, watch for signs of abundance from the universe. Acknowledge and be thankful, thus encouraging the continued flow of energy. Remember, the universe will always provide you with what you need. So there could be a healing. You could have in the past just felt like you needed to shut off this more feminine side to you in order to be successful, right? That's kind of something that is taught in our society, at least where I live here in America. So your card was psychic development. The energy and healing work you are doing now will enable you to heighten your sensitivity to the energy around you and others. This will assist you in developing discernment. Discernment is the feeling that you get in your body that signals you whether something feels right or wrong. Your sixth sense, your gut feeling. The solution you are inquiring about is asking you to use your discernment. You do not want to take on others' energy, yet you do not want to close yourself off out of fear. Envision energy flow through you like water, taking on too much so you can sink. Take on too much and you can sink. Close yourself off offers a variety of different energetic experiences. When you let the water energy flow as it will and neither embrace it nor fight it, you are truly in the flow. Remaining at this elevated energetic vibration will allow you to tap into the realms of the psyche. Alternately, this card can signify a pull to take classes, workshops, or read books about psychic development. So the main part that stood out here is like the first paragraph. The energy and healing work you're doing now will enable you to heighten your sensitivity to the energy around you and others. So it's like the healing work that you're doing on yourself now is going to then help affect your relationships in a positive way. It's like the more sensitive and connected you become to yourself, the more you have that capacity to feel and connect others. So then you can meet someone where, like with the hand here, it's like either they want to reach in and like touch your heart, or you want to touch their heart, or just people that you can intuitively feel on that level. So yeah, lots of healing happening here. So that's all I have for pile one. If you would like a more personal reading, then you can use the link that's in my description. But thank you so much if you watch this far into the reading. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope that you have a great day. Pile two, taking into look to new love coming towards you. So with this pile, you could be really like hesitant about love, or you kind of have your guard up right now. You're not super trusting. At the least, there's like whoever is specifically coming towards you or interested in you at this time, you are not trusting them. You don't know whether or not to trust them. So you have the Magician. So you're not sure if this person's genuine or if they're putting on some sort of a show. So you're not sure if you should let them in, or if you have your guard up and you have very strong boundaries right now. It's like I'm sensing that you're kind of like waiting it out to see if you need to be in this energy, or with the Queen of Wands is also very like very fierce, right? Not afraid to set boundaries. What you don't want is someone who sees you as like an opportunity or wants to like take advantage of you. You feel as though you've grown a lot and you have a lot to offer. So you could have just like a lot of different people that are interested in you. And so you're just kind of hesitant to let certain people in without knowing like their intentions. Um, you could just be more serious. You have like more serious, you want like a higher level, more serious commitment. And so you're very quick to be guarded if you feel like someone's coming in that doesn't have like solid intentions or isn't going to be grounded, take you very seriously, follow through with their actions. You think if they're going to be like more flighty, you're quick to like chase people off. You could have just been very guarded and single for a long time because you're waiting for like the right opportunity. In your perspective, you're waiting for someone who seems genuine and isn't like out to just take advantage of you, or someone who's actually going to offer you something solid, like a real commitment. um you have to see more. You've kind of you've been in this very guarded energy of like chasing a lot of like f boys from your perspective, and you don't give a lot of people the time of day. um, you have very high standards, but also it just could be because you've grown a lot, or you've worked really hard on yourself, or you've come really far. So then you have a lot of admirers, or a lot of people who are drawn to you, or drawn to like the energy that you give off. And then you know that it's not like a deeper thing, or they're not able to like handle you, if you will, or match you, meet you at your level. You want something like very specific, very serious, very genuine. So it's not been hard for you to be like patient, if you will. But then there could be one specific person coming towards you at this time where you're kind of like hesitating. Like you're usually quick to cut people off if you feel like it's not going to go anywhere, or like they're just playing around with you. But there's something about this situation where you almost hesitate, and you're like, should I be really guarded? Should I have super high? You're like, okay, is he just like everybody else? Is he just putting on some sort of a show to catch my attention without really knowing that much about me, trying to get me hooked? Like, you're trying to decide if they're just like dangling what you want to hear, or what they think what you want to hear, what they think will make you happy in front of your face in order to get in, get some sort of access to you. So you're like, you haven't like cut this person off or like put your boundaries up very quickly like you normally do. You have like the beast, the beast leashed, if you will, or kind of like at bay, but it's like ready, like you're ready to, the second you see something, to be like, okay, this person's just trying to gain access, or this person's just trying to get inside, get on the inside, get close to me, play a game. The second you feel like it's just smoke and mirrors, or it's just not genuine, then you're just like, you're ready to put your guard up. You're kind of like in this limbo stage of trying to figure out where this person's at, what they're about, what their intentions are, if they're just like a flashy person that's surface level. So we have the Nine of Wands. With this here, with this volcano, I feel like you've been guarded or you've been cautious. You kind of had your guard up and you're like, well, I don't want to be like paranoid or get ahead of myself or accuse anyone of anything type of energy, but you're ready. Like if the second you see like a red flag, you're like ready to go. So with the 9 of Wands, it's like the volcano is about to burst. It's like there's been a lot of pressure building, and that's your intuition being like, okay, something doesn't seem quite right. I'm not totally sure here. And then with the 9 of Wands, something could be very quickly approaching here, some sort of situation or climax within the situation that will indicate to you that it has been a good thing for you to have those boundaries or to have your wall up or to be hesitant. You're not paranoid. There is something brewing on the horizon. So we have the sun just on the horizon. There is something building or brewing or like just about to come to the surface. So it's like your intuition is correct, but it's like, again, because you are just so guarded or quick to like cut people off or not even give people the chance, it's like for whatever reason this time there was something that made you be like, like almost like maybe I'm the problem, maybe I should like wait it out, or maybe I should give this more of a chance. But then you were super, you had like the other part of you like still had your walls up enough to be able to step in very quickly in case you did feel like, okay, I am going to get hurt. So it was like that was a good thing. That was a smart protective measure to kind of defend yourself. It's like not coming from a place of you being paranoid. It's like in the near future here with the volcano, something could start to brew or start to kind of pop off to where you are going to have to be vigilant and be able to protect yourself. So it's smart to kind of move or operate in the way that you did. With the 9 of Pentacles, it's like you right now you could be in a place where you're very secure, comfortable, you're able to take care of yourself and also have a little bit of extra room to like make your life comfortable and unique to you. It's like you're not struggling or like um behind, if you will. It's like you have enough to give back to yourself or invest into yourself, and so you have a lot to offer that could look appealing to others on the outside. It's like you found a way to be very like independent and self-sufficient and kind of take care of yourself, and that could be really appealing to others, but that could also be appealing to people that want to then like take advantage of that, or it's like they know that you're already capable of taking care of yourself, and so then they feel as though they're not going to have to give a lot to you or something. So yeah, there's something about like how hard you had to work on yourself or how much you had to invest in yourself, how far you had to come to get to this point of security, so you're not willing to give just anyone access to that. And that's a good thing. Like you should be a challenge, you are a prize, you're a very valuable person. People are very drawn to you. Like you could be just a very attractive person, or like recently in the past few years you've become like more popular or something, and so you're very like it took you a lot to get to this place where you've come very far, so like what it was like to be in the position that you were before or something. And so now you're not going to just let like whoever in to come in and like take advantage of you. It's like people just see you from the outside and then don't realize like how far you had to come, how much you had to go through, like how real you are, how versed you actually are. It's like you can sniff out the BS or see through people's games fairly easily. You're not this like innocent, vulnerable victim. It's like you've come really far, you've worked really hard, you've taught yourself how to be very self-sufficient up to this point, and so you're very smart in being able to protect that. Yeah, you could just be very lucrative in like your security, your finances, your ability to take care of yourself. So you're very smart. It's like you have a lot to protect, like maybe in your life or like responsibility wise, like, but then you also just see yourself as a very valuable, um, hardworking person that's deserving of respect. It's like you have a healthy set of boundaries. So yeah, this awareness of like knowing that you how much you have to lose if you were to like let the wrong person in, um it's like a good thing, and it's helping carry you forward, or helping you, that foundation for you to fall back on is like a good thing in order to help you protect yourself. So we have the Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords in the reverse. And in this deck, the Two of Swords represents being in agreement, or kind of like your other half. It at the least it represents like two things being merged or in agreement, if you will. So with with this energy, this person here that's interested in you, it's like they are putting on a show, and they are kind of telling you what you want to hear. There are some smoke and mirrors, or some games, some tricks, because it's like they don't plan on staying merged with you or on the same page as you in the long run. They have intentions to keep their options open for other people, or they're keeping themselves open to be able to look at others in order to potentially choose something else in the future. So they actually have intentions to switch up on you at some point, or they don't have intentions to like commit to you in the long run, or to stay solid, yeah, to stay connected in the situation in the long run. So it's like you're not wrong for wanting to wait something out to really see where someone's coming from or someone's intentions, but you are not wrong also for wanting to be chosen, wanting respect, wanting to see someone show up with a certain type of energy before you like let them in, like emotionally. Or so yeah, in this case it's like your boundaries are good and healthy, and it's definitely helping you to protect yourself from people who don't have good intentions, or they don't intend to choose you in the way that they are wanting you to choose them, or that they're making it seem, they're presenting as though they will. With the one, it's like me, myself, and I, me first, thinking about themselves first, only able to think about themselves, always going to put themselves first, not really consider you and your feelings. Too many. So, Seven of Fire, Mars in Leo. So, not like, so we have water poking out up here too. Yeah, obviously not all Leos are like selfish or whatever, but that kind of very, very strong, overactive Leo energy can have like a lot of ego. Um, so this person's just showing up in a negative embodiment of that energy. Nine of Water, Jupiter and Pisces. So Pisces coming through. Knight of Fire, Fire and Air. And Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune. So Sagittarius energy as well. So yeah, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and fire and air signs. Jupiter all coming through. Bridge the gap. Communication. Walking across a bridge is easier than treading through the water. Viewing both sides of a situation can create compassion and clarity. You're being asked to reach common ground to see both points of view. Rainbow Bridge. Hope. Loved ones that have crossed over are sending you a message of love and strength. Grieving a person, pet, or situation is difficult to move through. Honor your healing process with patience and be surrounded by support and love. If you have lost anyone close to you, I'm so sorry to hear that. Distorted view. Perspective. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Choosing to heal this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. Intuition, wisdom, gifts. Honor your innate ability to see physically and trust your gut feelings. Trust your guidance and the vibrations you feel. When you truly step into your abilities, all of your senses rush in. Look into expanding your gifts by taking classes, journaling, meditating, and listening to your inner voice. Okay, that's too many. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Look at your patterns in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. We have look for beauty and find help. See advice from spirit. Anger, the bottom, and and emotional release. So I'll read those for you. A very strong and primal emotion, anger, sometimes catches us by surprise. At other times, it seethes just under the surface, simmering a long while until it boils over, scalding anyone who is close. Anger is based in fear: fear of loss of control, fear of not being loved, fear of being judged, fear of not being enough. When anger enters your life, be it yours or someone else's, go beneath the surface and try to address the real fear that has triggered it. Anger doesn't go away without addressing the underlying fear. Alternately, be aware of someone's anger directed towards you. We all want to be strong. As humans, we value strength and independence. But also, as humans, we need the support of our family, friends, and our tribe. Trying so hard to be strong pushes down emotions such as fear, anger, betrayal, sadness, only forces them to grow and become stronger. The bubbling up and release that eventually comes takes everyone involved by surprise and sometimes does harm in terms of hurt feelings and words that cannot be taken back. Get into the practice of voicing your feelings, even if it's just acknowledging them to yourself. Journal, create, dance, find a way that you can safely feel your most feared emotions, feel them, and then let them go. This is a potentially deep healing for you. So that's all I have for pile 2. Looking into new love coming towards you at this time, now that we're moving out of post shadow to the Venus retrograde. So if you would like a more personal reading, you can use the link in my description. But I hope that you have a really great day.